You are responsible. Echoes of Character, Part 5, Character in Society and the World. Chapter 20, Khilāfah, Stewardship of the Earth and Responsibility before Allah. Indeed, I will place upon the earth a successor. Quran Surat Al-Baqarah 30. After learning to enjoin good with wisdom and courage, the believer's responsibility expands even further. It is no longer limited to the self or even to society. It now includes the world itself. This is the meaning of Khilāfah, the Qur'anic vision of human beings as stewards upon the earth, entrusted, accountable, purposeful. Khilāfah is not domination, it is custodianship. It does not grant ownership of the earth, it assigns responsibility for it. In this light, character is not only about inner virtue or social conduct. It is about how we live within the world that Allah has entrusted to us. The word Khilāfah means one who succeeds, represents, or acts on behalf of another. In Islam, Khilāfah refers to humanity's rule as trustees of the earth, a trust that includes responsibility for resources, life, and justice. And above all, accountability before Allah for how we fulfill that trust. Scholars described Khilāfah as fulfilling Allah's commands on earth with justice, mercy, and balance. It binds power to accountability, ability to restraint, and privilege to responsibility. Allah tells us, "And when your Lord said to the angels, 'Indeed, I will place upon the earth a successor,'" Quran Surat Al-Baqarah 30. This verse reminds us that our presence on earth is not random. It is intentional. It is a trust. Allah also warns, "And do not cause corruption upon the earth." After its reformation, Quran Al-Araf 56, corruption is the opposite of stewardship. Where Khilāfah builds, corruption destroys. Where stewardship protects, corruption exploits. And Allah reminds us, "Then you will surely be asked that day about pleasure." Quran Al-Takathur 8. Every blessing is a trust. Every resource is a responsibility. Nothing is insignificant in the sight of Allah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, lived Khilāfah in every aspect of his life. Not through grand declarations, but through daily actions, through care, through restraint, through mercy. He said, "Do not waste water even if you are at a flowing river." Sunan Ibn Majah. Even in abundance, waste is not justified because stewardship is not about scarcity, it is about consciousness. He also said, "Fear Allah regarding these animals." Sunan Abu Dawud. Khilāfah is not limited to humans, it includes all living beings. Animals are not objects, they are part of the trust. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, taught, "If the hour comes while one of you has a seedling in his hand, let him plant it," the believer plants, even at the edge of the end of time. Because stewardship is not dependent on results, it is rooted in responsibility. Khilāfah stands in contrast to exploitation, to wastefulness, to neglect, to seeking short-term gain at long-term cost. The Quran reminds us, "Indeed, He does not love the extravagant." Quran Al-Araf, verse 31. Excess is not simply a lifestyle choice, it is a moral failure. Today, the responsibility of Khilāfah feels even more urgent. We live in a world facing environmental degradation, climate instability, and unequal access to resources. We have more power than ever before, but power without ethics becomes harm. Khilāfah today means living with awareness, choosing moderation over excess, protecting life in all its forms, acting with justice across generations, thinking beyond ourselves, beyond the present moment. Ask yourself, how do my daily choices affect the earth? Do I treat resources as rights or as trusts? Where does convenience override responsibility? And how does my belief in accountability before Allah shape my actions? Khilāfah is lived in small, consistent acts, like in reducing waste, in using resources carefully, in showing mercy to animals, in caring for the environment around you, and in standing for justice where harm is being done. Stewardship begins where you are, not somewhere else, not someday, but here and now. And always we ask Allah to make us worthy of the trust we carry, to guide us in fulfilling it with sincerity, and to protect us from betraying it. Khilāfah is the moral horizon of character. It teaches us that faith is not only believed, it is lived, that the earth is not owned, it is entrusted. And that power is not freedom, it is accountability. To live as a Khilāfah is to walk gently upon the earth, to act justly among people, and to remain aware that every step we take leaves a trace before creation and before Allah.